Hello, everybody. How are we all doing on this gorgeous day? It is so warm. Oh my goodness, so warm. I actually cannot get over it. Um, yeah, it's a little bit too warm for me. I'm kind of ready for autumn now, but that would be that would be a different video. um, but yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself because this is the second video in a second week that I am uploading. So if you follow me, thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you just found me by chance because you like cleaning, you're very welcome, and you're also on the right channel because here we love cleaning, we love fashion, we love lifestyle. So yeah, I think basically what today's video is kind of like a it's not a spring clean because it's not coming in spring. It's kind of like an end of summer clean, although I do this on a monthly basis because I'm just one of those people. If my house is not spotlessly clean every month, I I just can't work in like cluttered space. My husband is completely different, but I did tidy his office a little bit today. Um, but yeah, my husband is just completely different. But then again, yin and yang, you know. Also, if you can hear anything, I do apologize. I have to have the windows open because, as I said, it's too warm. But yeah, sorry, I am absolutely just rambling now. So, this is an end of summer kind of clean, come clean with me. Probably a little, yeah, maybe like a speed kind of come clean with me. So, I think without further ado, because I'm just rambling way too much, I think we should get started with the video. So, let's get going. So I started off with washing the dishes. A lot of people ask me why I don't use my dishwasher because we do have one. But to be honest, I actually don't mind washing the dishes because it kind of gives me a little bit of me time, a little bit of downtime. I don't have to think about anything else. And to be honest, it's actually a little bit cheaper to do it by hand. So at least if I just do it bit by bit, then it doesn't seem overwhelming as well, which is nice. And the I actually don't use fairy anymore. I used to, but it's just gone so expensive. So the bubbles or the liquid that I use to clean is actually Aldi's one. I will pop all products that I use within this whole video in the description box below. But yeah, I think it's like 85 cents for 500 ml bottle. And what is it like? I can't even remember how much the fairy one is, but that's a lot cheaper than the fairy one, and it works really well. So I would highly recommend. And as you can see from the clear bottle here, it actually looks sparkling. So to be honest, I personally think it works just as well as the fairy washing up liquid, if not better. So after I finish cleaning the dishes, I just like to scrub down the kitchen sink, and I use this Cif cream, and honestly guys, it is unbelievable. I just give it literally a quick scrub like I'm doing now, and I use it all over the that part, the actual sink itself, the taps, and it leaves it sparkling clean. I don't know why, I was just honestly really shocked. Um but even though I knew it was a safe product, so I knew it was a really good product. But yeah, highly recommend it. I'll definitely leave that in the description box below because as you'll see in a second, even there, it's just sparkly clean, like brand new. So I had a wash on the night before. I decided to pop all the clothes from this onto our two clothes horses because we still don't have a washing line. 2 years later, don't ask me why, but we don't. So yeah, just pop all these on, and then I will. It was one of the days where it was absolutely like a scorcher outside, so I actually just popped the two clothes horses outside because, as you can see, I have a few jumpers, etc. That when there is heat in the sun, they literally dry probably within like an hour, less than an hour. So that's the only plus side about having this warm summer. Other than that, I am absolutely being baked alive. But yeah, that is exactly what I did. So as you can see here, it was one of the gorgeous days where there was clear blue skies, which was actually only a few days ago, and now it's still warm, but it's definitely feeling more autumnal now. Then on to hoovering. This task I actually don't mind at all. Again, it's one of those things, it kind of, because I'm focusing so much on getting all the dirt and grime and stuff off the floor, I actually don't mind doing it. So yeah, this is the Hoover I got from my gran, but I'm pretty sure she got it in Lidl, I think, and it's actually pretty decent. I have to have a look. I know they definitely had one in Aldi a few weeks ago, and I think was it about maybe 60 or 70 euro. Now it's not a cordless one, but for 60 or 70 euro, I think they're in and around that price. It's a pretty decent Hoover, and it literally picks up all the Frankie hairs because my lovely dog Frankie leaves a lot of hairs around the house, but it's completely worth it because I love him to bits. But yeah, it does really pick up all of his hairs and literally all, like just the dirt and that comes in from people wearing their shoes and that inside. And it's also really good on our carpets as well. It kind of it leaves them feeling like really soft and bouncy, which I absolutely love when I'm walking up the stairs in like my socks or my feet or whatever, to see how that real lovely cushy kind of feel. And you can just slightly see Frankie in the corner of the couch there. He almost looks like a big cushion himself. So then I went on to Hoover the landing, the second bedroom, the office room, and our main bedroom. And oh my goodness, the amount of hairs that this Hoover just picks up, it's actually unbelievable. But like I said, the Hoover is really good, although I do tend to need to do about three kind of rounds of hoovering, as in the sense that the hoover, it's not really a hoover bag, the place where all the dirt goes in this hoover doesn't hold a huge amount, so I do have to kind of do 3 trips, but it's okay, I don't mind that. Then I decide to go back to the dishes, just give them a quick little dry with a tea towel and pop them up into their correct place. I just have a lot of like places that I like my certain cups and bowls, etc. to go. I'm a little bit OCD like that, but that's the way I am. And to be honest, at least when I know where certain things are supposed to go, it's so much quicker and easier for me to pop them away. I don't know how people don't have like specific places for specific things. Again, this is probably just me and my like tidiness and or OCDness, that I have to have things in specific places. But yeah, it was very quick and easy for me to tidy all of this away. After that, I decided the tiles of the kitchen and the 2 or 3 bathrooms really needed a good scrubbing. So again, I used my Cif product. I think it's like a floral peony kind of scent. Oh my goodness, it just makes your house smell unbelievable. Well, it makes my kitchen and my bathroom smell really nice, but I love that kind of sweet florally kind of scent. And yeah, it really does get the kind of the grubbiness out of the tiles, makes them actually look like white or whatever color they're supposed to be as well. So I do repurchase this a good bit. And the mop and bucket that I have, I actually got that 2 years ago in Aldi and it's still going strong. I don't know what price it is in Aldi at the moment, but when I got it, I think it was about maybe 15 or 16 euro. So 100% worth it if you see it in Aldi again. So this comes with two reusable like mop heads, I think is what you call them. And they're also, the two of them are also machine washable, which is great because you can obviously just chuck them in the washing machine along with your clothes and voila, you have a nice clean mop head. I then went on to mop the floors in our main bathroom, and this bathroom, it's definitely spacious enough, but it obviously has like you can see there a small enough flooring, so it just means I didn't have to do a whole lot of cleaning in on the floors in this bathroom, which was great. And again, it got a lot of the kind of grubbiness, everything off the floors. So I would definitely highly recommend the Sift product, but also if you can get um the mop and bucket, even a similar one to this, they're so good. So one of my absolute fave things to do, i.e. not, is the changing of the duvet covers and the sheets, etc. It's just because it's a super king bed. I just feel like it takes me ages to do it. It probably only takes me about like 5, 7 minutes, but it feels like forever. And then I found that there were like just grubby marks from my tan, of course, that were on the bed. So I just gave it a quick wipe down with a damp cloth, and then I put some bicarbonate of soda on it, left it there for about an hour, and then I came back and kind of cleaned it again with the damp cloth. The tan marks came out with the bicarb of soda, by the way, so I'd highly recommend getting yourself some bicarbonate of soda. I then went on to the second bedroom to change the duvet cover, pillowcases, sheets, etc. And this one just felt a lot easier after doing the Super King. But there was also no stains or anything like that on the mattress itself, so I didn't have to, wipe it down or leave any bicarbonate of soda on it to sink in and kind of work its magic, which was nice. Also, please excuse the state of this room. We don't actually have any floors in our attic, so that is where we tend to store a lot of stuff. So it just looks absolutely horrendous. Anyway, on to the next part. I always like to separate my whites from my darks, and I just said because there were a lot of bright light or white colors from the duvet covers and pillowcases, etc., that I would pop these on. So this would be the second load. The first load was actually dry by now, so then I decided to pop these on, and then I can get them dry on the same day as well. And all the cleaning products that I used in this video will be in the description box below. And as you can see here, I have the first load that I popped out, so I'm just putting all of that away. There actually wasn't too much to it. A lot of it was kind of like socks, etc., that you can kind of just throw into the drawers. And then I had a few like shirts and that, but to be honest, I just tend to hang them up, and then if and when I need to, I will iron them. So yeah, I just tend to hang things like that up straight away, and a lot of the times the creases and that tend to come out of them themselves. Well, that's what I find anyway, unless people are thinking that I'm walking around in these horrendously creased clothes. And yes, I do have a second wardrobe in the second bedroom because I think I have too many clothes. But sometimes I just want the option of, wearing different pieces of clothes. So this was the second wash I did. Again, there was not too much in the washing machine because I didn't want to overload it. So there were just like a few towels, few t-shirts, and the pillowcases and duvet covers and sheets, etc. Which I popped out in the garden again because it was super warm, and they got dried within like an hour or two. It was brilliant. And now the tackle of popping everything onto the Super King bed. Obviously I started with the sheet, which wasn't too bad, and then I tend to kind of go onto the pillowcases next because they're also quite easy enough to do. And we actually have a little pillowcase and or pillow there for Franklin because he is our little sweetheart, and he does sleep in our bed. I know some people wouldn't really agree with that, but that's what we like to do. And then after that, I go on to change the duvet cover, and there's Frankie there giving me kisses and hugs. See, he just loves the bed. But yeah, then I go on to the duvet cover, and this is just a little bit of a task for me because I just find, even though the duvet isn't that heavy, I think it's just because everything is so big, I find it kind of tiring, so I almost have to like mentally prepare myself to do this. But look, we got it done in the end, and it all worked out, and we have fresh new sheets on the bed. Well, they're not new, but fresh sheets on the bed. I got this duvet in Harry Curry in Bray, and I just think it's a real spring/summer duvet, and it's super light as well, so it just means that it doesn't hold in the heat, so it is perfect for those summer months. Then I go on to do the second bedroom. Again, this is not as much of a tackle for me as my main bedroom. Again, it must be just a mentality thing, but I just find this room, the bed, way easier to put together. So then I got some nice fresh pillowcases, sheet, and duvet cover, popped them all on. I just always like to have fresh sheets regardless of whether someone is coming to stay over or not. I just think it's nice to always have nice fresh clean sheets in any bedroom. I also got this duvet cover set in Harry Curry and Bray as well. Again, I just really love the design, and they're not crazy expensive, and I think as well then they do summer and winter sales, so you're not spending kind of like a fortune on a nice duvet cover set. But to be honest, I think their prices in general aren't crazy expensive. Then, just to make it look nice, if anyone happens to pop over and stay the night, I like to put some nice cushions on the bed and a nice kind of spring or summer blanket that I actually got from Deals. I then went on to dust around the skirting boards of the house because, oh my goodness, were they absolutely filthy, really hairy. And I know, look, that's just, people living in the house. We have a dog, etc. But I just obviously never looked at it before. And then just really got into it and had to clean kind of almost every spot, especially the ones that were really white, like the banisters and like the windowsills here. Then as well, I just gave it a good dusting down first, and then I just, because I could see kind of grubbiness on it, then I gave it a good kind of a good spray with a nice citrus scent then as well, and got a lot of the grubbiness out of it, which was amazing. They looked brand new again. I did the same on the banisters as I did in the second bedroom just there, because again, super filthy. Obviously, like, you know, we all have jobs, etc. But and I didn't realize how dirty it had gotten, but it being white, it just completely showed up. So I just gave it a good scrub with the sponge and the citrus scent on the banisters, and then wiped it down with the dusting cloth. So it honestly, once I did that, it looked actually really nice and brand new, which I was kind of shocked at because I didn't know if it would actually look like that or not. But obviously, it could do with a little bit of a paint job as well. But it definitely looked way better than I was expecting it to turn out. And I did actually trial out this spray product before I used it on the banisters. I tried it kind of like in a hidden area in case any of the paint came off, and it didn't actually come off at all at any point, which I was so happy with, because obviously you don't want any chips or anything in, you know, your banisters or anywhere in your house. You want your house to look amazing. So yeah, I was really happy with that. And the spray product is actually from Lidl, which I will again link down below. Then once I was finished with the scrubbing, I just took my duster cloth and basically wiped all the banister down, and and honestly it looked brand new and super clean, and I was really happy with it. So then once the floors were dry in the main bathroom, I decided to just clean basically the toilets, the sinks, etc. So I started off by just giving it a good scrub around the rims of the toilets. Lovely, I know, but it kind of has to be done. So I just used a citrus scent bathroom cleaner, and then I gave it a dry down with a hand cloth, as you can see. Then I used a lovely pine scent toilet gel that I actually got from Aldi. It is a knockoff, obviously, of another well-known brand, but I just left it in the toilet there for about 15 minutes to settle and give a lovely scent. I went on to clean the sink with the same bathroom cleaner. It just gives a really nice scent, but obviously only if you like that lovely citrusy orange kind of scent. But it does also make your sinks, toilets, baths, etc. look sparkling clean. And again, once the scrubbing was finished, I just dried it down with this cloth. I then got the toilet brush, gave it a good scrub around the rim of the toilet and in the toilet, and then just left it there for about another 15 minutes to let it work its magic. And once the sink was fully dried, then I just popped everything back on the sink, like the soaps and the hand mirror there. Then onto the bath, I used the same bathroom citrus spray that I had used on the sink and the toilet. Gave this a good scrub. I actually only really tend to do this about once a month because we don't really tend to use the bath too often. We more so use it in the winter months and that, where it would need a more frequent clean. But yeah, I just gave it a good scrub, and then I used the shower head to wash all the dirt and grime away. And then I kind of just gave the outside of the bath a bit of a wipe down because I didn't want the water getting everywhere, but the water in the bathtub, I just kind of left it to sit there because I find it kind of dries easily enough itself within the bathtub. So the last part then I had to do in this bathroom was the windowsills. Again, I just gave it a good spray down because there was a lot of grubbiness on it, and then I just gave it a good wipe down again to make it look sparkling clean with the cloth. I popped everything back up, and I just want to say those orchids, I don't know where my auntie gave it to us as like a housewarming gift. I don't know where she got it, but that has been thriving for the past 2 years. So if you're looking for something kind of cheap and cheerful that gives a good smell to your bathroom, I would highly recommend getting an orchid. I then took the toilet brush away, popped it back in its little cubby, and then flushed the toilet, and it gave a lovely kind of pine scent. Then I went on to clean the main mirror in the bathroom, and I used a window cleaner that I actually got in Dunn Stores. So again, it's not crazy expensive, but it leaves your mirrors super shiny clean. And I used the same glass cleaner in the mirror in our bedroom because it was so unbelievably dirty, especially when people are brushing their teeth in front of it. So, yeah, it just needed a good clean. Hello, everybody. So this is going to be the end of the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It is very much appreciated. I have to say I'm happy with how much I actually got done today. I'm kind of surprised. Now I also did take like 1 or 2 breaks, but I did get it done basically in the whole day. But the house needed a really good clean. As you saw throughout the video, I did some like dusted some of the skirting boards, etc. I didn't get to dust a whole lot of the house, but the main parts that people would see I got to, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, I just want to say if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It's really appreciated. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up because then at least I know you guys like watching these kind of videos that I'm doing. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great summer's evening. Bye.